Hello and welcome. I'm Eric Martin with the Mechanical Engineering Department at the University of Maine. Today we're going to talk about Google Drive's desktop client, including its installation and usage. First, let's talk about Google Drive on the web and find that at drive.google.com. It's a cloud drive system. Cloud drives allow users to protect files to an off-site location. Users can save and retrieve files by using a web browser, and files can be shared to allow users to collaborate on projects. Other types of cloud-based drives include OneDrive, Dropbox, BoxDrive. We're going to focus on the desktop client. This was previously called Drive File Stream. In fact, some portions of this video will be some clips of a previous video I have done on Drive File Stream. In these cases, the function of Google Drive will be the same as Drive File Stream. And so what is the purpose of a desktop client? It is to sync local files on your computer to the web so that they can be accessed from a different computer, shared with others, or protected if you have a hard drive failure. Files can be opened, modified, saved, or deleted using the File Explorer or computer program, just like any other files. And your modified files are automatically backed up to the cloud drive. When needed, files that have been modified on another computer or by another user are quickly downloaded for access. And of course you need internet access for this to happen. We're now in a web browser. Let's go to Google Drive. drive.google.com. We'll need to log in. And we'll choose our G Suite account if applicable. And you'll probably need to re-enter your username and password. As you can see here, I have a few folders. You might not have any folders, or you may have many more folders and/or files. Let's open up one of these folders, which is just various documents. Within Google Drive, the web browser, I can open up some PDFs, and I can even open up Word documents. If I want to make an edit to this, I would need to do it through Google Docs. I might even be able to open up a script file, and I can change that with the text editor. But a few files that I cannot open up is SOLIDWORKS that I have here. When I open that up, or I attempt to open it, I need to download that file. MathCAD is another type of file that is not able to be opened up in Drive. If I want to be able to work on these files in their native programs such as Word or SOLIDWORKS or even MATLAB, I would need to download these files, work on them, save them, and then re-upload them. By using Google Drive's desktop client, that eliminates that download-upload process. It's done automatically instead. I'm going to come to Settings, Get Drive for Desktop. We'll click Download Drive for Desktop. It's going to want to download this. It will probably download into your Downloads folder. If not, you should find out where it does download. I'll just click Save. Once it's done, depending on which browser you have, you can expand this. You can open it, which will execute the file, or you can show it in folder. Here's my Downloads folder. So we'll install this by double-clicking. It's going to ask us if we want to install Google Drive. We'll say sure. For now, we'll add an application shortcut for our desktop. We can remove that later. And we're going to remove the shortcuts for Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. Click Install. It's going to ask us to sign in once more, so we'll click Yes. Let's make sure we download it from Google, and we have. And it looks like it's accepted that. My password may have already been in. And now it looks like it gives us a pop-up. Let's go ahead and see what we can see here. We can see that we have an icon for Google Drive. It's loading my files. I can click OK. If I right-click on this, I can see some information. The old version of Drive File Stream had a shortcut to our folders. The new version doesn't, unfortunately. To get to my folder, I can come down to my File Explorer. Here is Downloads. You can see that Google Drive is there. I click on that, and then we can see my drive and everything that we can see in there. We can come back to our downloads. We can get rid of this application. We don't need it anymore because it's already installed. I'll hit delete. But it looks like it's not quite done. Here we go. We're going to hit close. Now I'll hit delete again. Here we have the shortcut that we placed. When we click on that, we will get to our Google Drive folder. Google reminds us that it's already running. So it's probably best just to delete the Google Drive shortcut and include individual shortcuts to the folders and files that you want. For the remainder of the video, I've used some old clippings and screenshots of Drive File Stream. Please note that there's very little difference between Google Drive and Drive File Stream. And you may recall these are the 4 folders that we saw in Google Drive of the web browser just a few moments ago. I can open up my folder with various files. Then I can open up a Word document. Microsoft Word automatically opens. I can even modify it and save it. I can open up a SolidWorks file. I don't need to download it, it's already on my computer. And we can see that the file is on our computer. Once a file has been opened on your local computer, reportedly it stays on your computer for 30 days. And after 30 days, the file isn't deleted, but it's removed from your local drive and it remains in the cloud. That could be a problem if you have frequent internet interruptions. What you're able to do is you're able to right-click on a file under Offline Access. You can make it available offline. And when you do this, this file will always stay on your computer and you'll be able to work on it even if you do not have internet. If the internet were to go down, I haven't opened up this MATLAB script file locally, it's possible that it would not be available to me. So be aware of that. The Google Drive shortcut might be helpful to begin with. It usually takes a few mouse clicks to get to the folders or files that we desire. I think a better way to do this is to actually create a shortcut on your desktop of the folders and files that you use frequently. Now we can get rid of this icon here, and we can get to our commonly used folders very easily. If we want to see the rest of our folders and files from Google Drive, we can use our address bar here at the top, or by the File Explorer. Back at Google Drive on our web browser, if we take a look at our various files and look back at this Word document, we can see that it has been updated with our added wording. If for some reason your files on the web are not being updated, or maybe your files on your computer are not being updated, it's typically from one of 2 reasons. One, it may be that you're actually not logged in with your application. So down by the Task Manager, you'll see Google Drive. Sometimes you'll either see that there's an X there, which means you're not logged in, or you may not see your name here. The main reason for not being logged in is when you have a password change. Another reason why files may not be syncing is either that the application is stuck or it may not even be active. If Google Drive is not active, you won't even see an icon here. If files are not syncing, you can right-click, come under Settings, go to Quit. That will stop the process or the application. We can see the icon is no longer here. Then we can restart it, typing Google Drive, and it should restart. You can see the icon. So at this point it should start resyncing and connecting to the web.